Hello, everybody. It's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. And this will be a replay review for this game in 2023 to give you reasons as to why you should be playing this legendary game. But yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello, guys. Welcome back. Here for another replay review, this time on one of my favorite games of all time, legendary game, Sleeping Dogs. Here, I'm trying to grab something out of the fridge because that's part of the game. You get to interact with your environment. This is the first apartment that you get in the game. And I thought that these are cool little things that are sprinkled all over the game. Yeah, things will remind you of GTA in a way, but it's not a GTA clone, and I'll show you why in just a moment. But yeah, as you can see here, you can take a leak. Obviously, I don't think they show any nudity in this game, so don't worry about that. That's not what you have to worry about. It's the gore. But yeah, here's watching his face, which is really cool. You can see his reflection in the mirror. For such an old game, that's pretty impressive. PlayStation 3 game, guys. Originally a PlayStation 3 game that later was remastered for the PS4, which is the version I'm playing on a PS5. But yeah, here's the Wing Chun dummy. This you attain by beating a level in a Shaolin temple, which is really cool. Or I don't know if it's Shaolin officially, but it's a temple full of monks, basically. And aside from that outfit, you have other options for as far as outfit goes. I mean, a slew of options. I'm talking about Bruce Lee's Fists of Fury outfit, Game of Death outfit, Jackie Chan Drunken Master outfit. You got police outfits. I'm talking about so many different variations. Hitman is in there, for God's sakes. George St. Pierre from MMA, UFC, and Monkey King. And the unique thing is each outfit has their own additional moves aside from Wei Shen's primary moves, which is really cool. And obviously Wei Shen is the name of the character. Really cool character. He's hard not to like, guys. The voice actor is pristine. Just a great voice actor. I really enjoy it. As you come out here, basically you can see the vehicles. You basically walk up to the garage area and they let you select. I've bought all the vehicles in the game. That's part of getting a platinum. I don't have the platinum yet, but that's part of the process is what I'm saying. And it's just a variety of vehicles, including boats. I don't think you can own boats, but you can drive boats, I'm pretty sure. As far as I know, he can swim also, but that's not the point. There's motorcycles, cars. Here's some gameplay while he's driving one of the quickest motorcycles in the game. I don't think these are official brands. Maybe they are, and I'm not really familiar with vehicles in general. I do own a car, but I'm like a very middle of the road novice when it comes to asking me about what brand is what, especially if they're from Hong Kong. More than likely these are Chinese vehicles, fabricated either in Hong Kong or in mainland China. I don't know. But regardless of everything, the culture, everything about this game screams Hong Kong. If you've seen Hong Kong movies and stuff, it's obviously a fabricated take on it. But a lot of people say that they did pretty good. Square Enix did pretty good since they took over the property. This game originally was True Crimes Hong Kong, like True Crimes LA and True Crimes New York. A lot of people don't know that. And because you can see it in the gameplay. But it doesn't matter. Square Enix did a great job. Sleeping Dogs was the end result, and it's great. People want a part 2 and they want a remaster or a remake. And aside from that, guys, the reflections in the game when you play it on the PS5 using the HDR, it's very impressive. As you can see, this does not look like an old game, right? I mean, it's heavily enhanced by the PS5 in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, the frame rate is capped at 30, so do with that as you will, I guess. There's other mechanics that you can also do with the vehicles. The vehicles control very arcadey, but they're very, very good to control because you can turn on time and all that. So it keeps the realism because you can break them apart. It has a lot of damage when you hit things, but it also gives you that arcadiness to have full control when you're doing all the action scenes and shooting out the window and all that. There's another nuance too to the game, or I would like to say something that GTA doesn't have, which I hope they put in GTA 6, jumping out of the damn vehicle into another vehicle like this and taking it. In this case, it was a police. They were chasing me. Don't worry, Wei Xing is an undercover cop. That's about the only thing I'm going to tell you about the game. But the story is really cool. Like, for example, the shooting mechanics right here, I wanted to showcase the gore and the blood. And also the fact that when you go above the cover and you jump, if you aim at the right time, it triggers slow-mo. And that's another thing that you probably remember from Max Payne and games like that. They put it in here too. So you have basically the name of the game for this game is Variety. And that's why this game is a legendary game. I think that a lot of people forgot about it, didn't buy it. The sales are very low, unfortunately. I couldn't miss it. The moment I saw the commercials, I was like, I'm buying this. And trust me, it's worth it. The map isn't as big as a GTA map, but it's filled with stuff to do. Right here, the lady's being held hostage, and basically you have to just pinpoint his head and shoot him. It's like an action movie oriented game. It's crazy. And it can get really chaotic and really difficult. Don't be confused. The difficulty in this game, it does amp up quite a bit. So the point of the game is learning the mechanics as good as you can to overcome whatever may come, you know? It's a really fun storyline too in the main story. There's also side missions where you help women. There's disarms, for example, but there's also side missions where you help women that have had their purse stolen. You're randomly walking on the street, people getting assaulted, and you want to help because you're a cop too. And if you use a cop outfit, you can put handcuffs on them, which is great. You know, it's really cool. And then you can do triad stuff too. There's a variety of things to do in the game. And some things aren't so humane, unfortunately. So I try not to put everything in the game. There's finishing moves as well when you fight. And the cinematics, guys, are golden. Okay? The voice acting in this game and the way they did the cinematics in general shows that they worked on it. They took their time because the characters are interesting. You care about them. And you kind of go on this roller coaster throughout the story. And it's just really worth playing. Like you might get involved in it a little bit, you know. I'm not sure if you're gonna enjoy the ending or not. I didn't have a problem with it. Some people did. I was like, you know, I thought it was a good game overall. And it's very similar to Hong Kong action movies, reminiscing of Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Donnie Yen, Jet Li, you know, people like that. Here's a map of Hong Kong, the Hong Kong in the game. It's very similar to the real Hong Kong, I heard, but I don't know how exact it is. There is fast travel in the game, so you don't have to worry about it. There's martial arts club where you can practice your fighting techniques and maneuvers. Like I said, there is finishers you can do. I don't want to show the graphicness of it because last time I got basically an age restriction thing. So I'm very careful to how much violence I put in my videos. And it was a Mortal Kombat video, which is, you know, obvious that would happen there. But anyways, here's some of the fighting gameplay. In this case, I use the Wing Chun outfit for the Ip Man character. So he uses the classic machine gun punches, but he also keeps Wei Sheng's street fighting techniques. So basically, these outfits add, like I was saying when I was talking about outfits, they add an extra layer to what you're using. And you could mix it up however you want. It's very similar, I guess, to the Arkham mechanics in a way, or the Spider-Man mechanics, but it's more precise. If you miss the counter button, you're gonna get hit really hard. There's also a variety of enemies. There's strong enemies. There's enemies that do Muay Thai. There's enemies that kick more, like Taekwondo guys, like this guy here in the clip that I'm showing. And there's a crap load of counters for each different variety enemy. There's also a dojo where you learn other techniques, which I don't want to put too many clips in here, like I said, because it'll ruin a lot of the game. I'm telling you, there's just so much stuff that I want you guys to see for yourselves if you've never played it. If you've played it, guys, play it again if you haven't played it in a while. It's good in 2023. This is a game that I would recommend till the end of time. And I've beaten it, I don't know, like 4 times. I'm currently still trying to platinum it. The platinum is not easy. The stuff I have left shouldn't be that difficult, but I have so much going on. But anyways, as the fighting gameplay continues, there is grab moves. As you can see, they're pretty brutal. You can break arms, break legs, as I'm going to show in just a moment here. And it feels bone crunching. It feels like you're causing damage, which is really awesome. Aside from that, you're gonna need these upgrades available in the game. Aside from the dojo stuff, that's separate. But you also get other upgrades, like cop upgrades for doing cop missions, triad upgrades when you're working with the triads, melee fighting, which is basically the dojo, I believe, and these are favors that you do around town. Like I said, side missions around town. Most of them really aren't bad. They're not boring. Some of them you might not care for. But another thing that's very underestimated about this game is how funny it is. The game's comedy is on point. You will laugh. It's pretty hilarious. Here is the stats available. I didn't give the game a rating yet. The game will get a 9.5 out of 10. Especially if you play it on the PS5, because it is upgraded to an extent and it does keep that 30 frames. But yeah, guys, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go game.